Hutch is back in Nobody 2, finally on a much needed family vacation. First Nobody was a bit of a sleeper hit that came out of nowhere and surprised a lot of people, me included. Much like the first John Wick, which personally I would argue is a little bit better. Without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite moment from the first film is that amazing bus fight scene. It just perfectly embodies what I love so much about this character is his age and his ability. The use of the environment and tools to dispose of his much stronger enemies. I'm pleased to say that this carries it through to the sequel. We get what feels like many more satisfying action sequences. Absolutely filled to the brim with comedic one-liners and playing on the situation where the fight ends up breaking out. One of the more standout fight scenes this time around is being on a family boat cruise, which to me really harkened back to the good old days of the classic Roadhouse. Just wants to have a good time, and what do you know, a lot of thugs just come over to spoil his day. Well, he's got a surprise for them. The relationship between Hutch and his wife seems to be rocky and on the verge of a divorce, with Hutch always on assignments and never at home. The reason, which we do get to know, is because he needs to pay off an impossible debt from a previous job where he burned lots of things down. After his latest job goes off the rails, they finally try to take a break at Plummerville. Unfortunately, home to corruption and some real arsehole arcade workers, you had a slap on the back of the head of his daughter. Well, they come to realise damn quick, he is nobody to mess with. I just want to give a big shout to Mike from Did You See That, which made this possible, seeing this film that little bit earlier. An amazing channel to do with movies and much more, so make sure you do head over there, give him a subscribe, and why not drop this video a like also. Back to Hutch. Bob Odenkirk, with all due respect, is so believable as this old beaten up hitman, but still with a lot of wallop. His facial expressions as his foes refuse to stay down capture his tiredness and just wanting to get back to his family fun day. Another great character showing up here once again is Christopher Lloyd as David, his father. He is that little bit more prominent in this film, getting to play more of the grandpa role, but make no mistake, you give this man a Gatling gun and some TNT, that madman we all love comes out. This movie, I'd say, requires you to put logic aside more than the average, but if you can do that, you are in for such a whale of a time. The punching and the gunshots and the knives never give up. It is paced so incredibly well in what seems like a current renaissance for the 90-minute movie. Absolute legend Sharon Stone is the villain Lendina, and she certainly makes her presence known. With that is a rather over-the-top performance, and perhaps what could be cartoonish at times, which may split audiences on the villain here. But it went with the whole vibe of the film, which ultimately is pretty absurd itself. Along with Colin Hanks as Abel, which, by the way, I'm sure you did know, but me, myself, I had no idea. This is the son of Tom Hanks. Yeah, bashes in the comments. An absolute douche of a sheriff with such a ridiculous mohawk that fits him perfectly. You can tell he's stuck in the 80s and probably was bullied as a kid and now overcompensating. The only bad thing with this is you never really get to see Hutch land a punch on him, which you are begging for throughout the film. His ninja brother also pops up to assist with his badass katana, and we get to see a whole other side to his wife, who is no slouch. She makes a rather big 180, but I was having so much fun in this film, I didn't really care all that much. Really feels like they just wanted to go all out fun and goofiness, which you are either going to love or at least appreciate and enjoy. It's a pretty tough call for me personally, which is the better action film, Ballerina or Nobody 2. It really will depend on your personal preference, but Nobody 2 gets 4.5 stars. Will you be checking this film out, and what did you think of Nobody? Did you prefer these films over John Wick? Go ahead, be controversial down in the comments, and I'll join you in that discussion. And why not just click on these videos that have popped up right by my head? Go on, asking